Well, they're chemtrailing. Everything in the sky today is all chemtrails. There's the moon. I don't know if you can see it. Let me zoom in. There's the moon. You know, and I was zooming in on it with my binoculars, 40x binoculars, and I can't even see one satellite past the moon, traverse the moon. With thousands of satellites out in geosynchronous orbit of the Earth and others, and they should pass in what's called cislunar space. You should be able to see lots of dots passing the moon, but we don't because satellites are a lie. Now, let's get to what the truth is. All this shit in the sky is all white blanket of haze. Okay? This is all the product of chemtrails. Okay, all this crap is in the process of spreading out into a blanket of white haze. Let me see if I'm doing the camera right. But this is all striated, horizontal, diagonal chemical contrails that spread out into a blanket of haze. Okay? If you can't see that, it's not natural. None of this is. Everything in the sky is the product of geoengineering to block out the sun to coincide with the global warming hoax. Alright? All this shit is man-made, sprayed. What they're doing now is they're being more covert, and instead of spraying chemical contrails over residential areas, right there to the north, Lake Ontario, they spray it all out over there. And it blows from the north to the west, and then from the west to the east. And that is all chemical contrails spreading out for you to ignore. And there's the moon. They love doing this shit hardcore when the moon's out. It's terrible. Completely idiotic for them to do this. They don't care. There's a depopulation program going on, and it coincides with these chemtrails, the coronavirus, and whatever other virus they make up in a lab and make their lies. People instantaneously believe that the coronavirus came from bats. No, it didn't. The Chinese population was protesting their corrupt government, and they unleashed it on them. Okay? So get ready to line up for your vaccinations. People like me, they'll be forced vaccination, but I will not comply. All chemical contrails. God help us. God help us. That's all chemical contrails. Spreading out, striated blanket of awful haze. That's not natural. Okay? Soon they'll be adding these clouds to Wikipedia so people can put a name to them and think they're natural. Okay? Cirrostratus, cumulus, and the chemical contrail, named whatever they're going to name it. And people will think, oh, they've identified, there's a name. It's okay. Science is at work. It's not science. It's scientism. Alright? This makes me sick. We'd have a beautiful, sunny, blue sky day in New York State if it wasn't for this shit. Alright, and I'd be able to look at the moon with my binoculars in peace. But no, nope. Not with this. See that? Look at it. It spreads out into a blanket of haze. It's terrible. I haven't seen this much blue sky in 2 months. And the moon's orbiting the Earth, what, 6.7 degrees by the equator? How the hell am I seeing it? In another couple hours, it'll almost be in a position that the sun is in solar noon. How the hell is that? I should see the moon way down there by the in the south by the horizon, not dead almost solar noon. In a couple hours, that'll be solar noon in the position that the sun takes when it's at solar noon. How the hell am I seeing it this high in the sky in New York State? It's orbiting down by the equator. They have to say it's orbiting by the equator because people in the southern hemisphere on their spinning ball wouldn't be able to see it. So they had to say, oh, it's at the equator. Everybody can see it. But it wouldn't be that high in the sky in New York State. Okay, we'd be looking down that way more so. It would rise in the east over here and course west. But it would be more so beyond them trees, not here, not there. No, no, no. People don't take notice of these things, these anomalies. Big time anomaly. Oh, where's Venus? It's there. They got it blocked out with these chemical contrails. Okay, take a look. Those are all chemical contrails blocking the sun. They'll pay. They'll answer to God. They'll answer to the Lord. And Venus would be there to the left of the sun. And it should set within 15 to 20 minutes after the sun if it's truly orbiting the sun closer than the Earth. You know, it'll be in the sky it'll be 3 hours in the sky after the sun is set on the dark side of the Earth. And that's a big time anomaly. Big time. Poor moon don't have a chance. It's got a lot of chemical contrails coming out of the... Oh, let me get this off. Got a lot of chemical contrails coming out of the north. Rats. Oh, I don't know. It might clear up, but I tell you, within 20 minutes they can bombard the whole sky. I haven't seen the moon in about 2 weeks because of this crap. Just look at the wisps. Terrible. It's all man-made. All man-made. They control the weather. They control the weather. They can manipulate the weather. They're going to weaponize it. India gives us any trouble, send them a tornado, send them a tsunami, tidal wave. Yeah, electromagnetic waves, they beam into these systems, weather patterns, and make them 10 times worse. Pieces of shit. Oh, that's all. Have a good day if you can.